Hello, I'm Dr. Laura, and I'm about to share something that might shock you. The vegetables you think are keeping you healthy could actually be making you sicker. Here's a startling fact that most people over 50 don't realize. According to a comprehensive study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging, nearly 60% of adults over 50 who follow traditional healthy eating guidelines are still experiencing chronic inflammation, unexplained fatigue, joint pain, and digestive issues. Why? Because the nutritional advice we've been given treats all vegetables as equal, when the truth is, as our bodies age and change, some vegetables that were once beneficial can actually start working against us. I've been practicing nutritional medicine for over a decade, and I've seen this pattern hundreds of times. Patients who come to me eating salads daily, juicing green vegetables, following every superfood trend. Yet they're still struggling with arthritis flare-ups, thyroid problems, kidney stones, and energy crashes that leave them feeling older than their years. The problem isn't that they're not eating enough vegetables. The problem is they're eating the wrong vegetables for their changing bodies. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 common vegetables that many people over 50 should be very cautious about. Vegetables that could be undermining your health goals. And then I'll share 5 incredible vegetables that can actually help reverse some of the damage and support your body's evolving needs. If you've been wondering why you still feel tired, achy, or unwell despite doing everything right with your diet, this video might finally give you the answers you've been looking for. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Senior Vital Guide and hit that notification bell because I share evidence-based health information specifically designed for adults over 50 every single week. And I want to hear from you right now. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the one health issue you're most hoping nutrition can help you with? I read every comment and often create videos based on your questions. Let's start with the vegetables you need to be careful about. The 5 vegetables to avoid or limit. Number 1. Nightshade vegetables, the silent inflammation triggers. This first category is going to surprise many of you because we're talking about tomatoes, potatoes, bell peppers, and eggplant, foods that have been promoted as healthy staples for decades. But here's what's happening in your body. Nightshade vegetables contain natural compounds called glycoalkaloids, particularly solanine and capsaicin. These are the plant's natural pesticides, designed to protect them from insects and animals. For many people, especially as we age and our immune systems become more reactive, these compounds can trigger significant inflammation in joints, muscles, and even the digestive tract. Dr. Norman Childers, who founded the Arthritis Nightshades Research Foundation, spent over 20 years studying this connection. His research, combined with clinical observations from rheumatologists worldwide, suggests that approximately 10 to 20% of people with arthritis experience substantial improvement when they eliminate nightshades. But it goes beyond arthritis. I've seen patients with mysterious muscle aches, morning stiffness, and even digestive issues find relief by removing these foods. Here's a simple test. If you're dealing with any form of joint pain, muscle aches, or inflammation, try eliminating all nightshades for 30 days. That means no tomatoes, potatoes, peppers of any kind, including paprika, eggplant, and tobacco products. Keep a daily symptom journal rating your pain levels, stiffness, and energy on a scale of 1 to 10. After 30 days, reintroduce 1 nightshade at a time and see how your body responds. If you do choose to continue eating nightshades, here's how to minimize their impact. Always cook them thoroughly, as heat breaks down some of the problematic compounds. Remove peels when possible, since that's where alkaloids concentrate. And never eat green potatoes or green tomatoes. These contain dangerously high levels of solanine. Number 2. Raw kale and cruciferous vegetables, the thyroid saboteurs. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not anti-cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale are nutritional powerhouses. But when eaten raw in large quantities, they can seriously disrupt your thyroid function. These vegetables contain compounds called goitrogens, which interfere with iodine uptake by your thyroid gland. Your thyroid needs iodine to produce the hormones that regulate your metabolism, energy levels, body temperature, and even your mood. This becomes critical after 50 because thyroid function naturally declines with age. According to the American Thyroid Association, up to 20% of women over 60 have some form of thyroid dysfunction, often undiagnosed. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine documented cases of people developing hypothyroidism from consuming large amounts of raw kale. We're talking about those daily green smoothies with 2 times 3 cups of raw kale. The woman in the most famous case was drinking kale smoothies daily for months and developed severe fatigue, hair loss, and weight gain. Her thyroid function normalized within weeks of stopping the raw kale consumption. Now, cooking these vegetables for just 10 to 15 minutes significantly reduces their goitrogenic effects while preserving most of their incredible nutritional benefits. If you love your green smoothies, limit them to 2 to 3 times per week, and consider using spinach or other greens instead of raw kale. Or lightly steam your kale first, then freeze it for smoothies. Number 3. High oxalate vegetables, the hidden kidney stone creators. This category includes spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard, and rhubarb. These vegetables are loaded with compounds called oxalates, which can bind with calcium in your body to form painful kidney stones. Here's why this matters more after 50. Our kidney function naturally declines with age, making us less efficient at processing and eliminating oxalates. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases reports that kidney stones affect about 19% of men and 9% of women by age 70. Spinach is one of the worst offenders, containing about 750 milligrams of oxalates per cup when raw. To put this in perspective, people prone to kidney stones are typically advised to limit their total daily oxalate intake to 40 to 50 milligrams. I've had patients who were juicing spinach daily as part of their health routine and ended up in the emergency room with kidney stones. One patient was consuming over 2,000 milligrams of oxalates daily through her green juice habit. But here's the important distinction. If you don't have a history of kidney stones and you're well hydrated, moderate amounts of these vegetables are generally fine. The problem occurs with frequent, large portions. If you love these vegetables, here's how to enjoy them more safely. Always cook them, as this can reduce oxalate content by 30–50%. Pair them with calcium-rich foods like yogurt or cheese. The calcium binds with oxalates in your digestive system before they can reach your kidneys. And drink plenty of water throughout the day. Number 4. Corn, the blood sugar roller coaster. I know many people think of corn as a vegetable, but nutritionally, it behaves more like a refined grain in your body. Corn has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any food we commonly eat, meaning it causes rapid spikes in your blood sugar followed by crashes that leave you feeling tired, hungry, and craving more carbohydrates. After 50, our insulin sensitivity naturally decreases, making us more susceptible to these blood sugar swings. The CDC reports that about 88% of American adults have at least one marker of metabolic dysfunction, and blood sugar dysregulation is often the first sign. Additionally, over 90% of corn grown in the United States is genetically modified and heavily treated with glyphosate and other pesticides. While research on GMO safety continues, many people report improved digestion and reduced inflammation when they eliminate conventional corn. Corn also has a terrible omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio, contributing to the inflammatory load in our bodies. As we age, managing inflammation becomes increasingly important for joint health, brain function, and cardiovascular health. Instead of corn, choose vegetables that provide sustained energy without the blood sugar spike. Things like sweet potatoes, squash, or root vegetables. Number 5. Iceberg lettuce, the nutritional imposter. While iceberg lettuce won't actively harm you like some others on this list, it's taking up valuable space in your diet without providing meaningful nutrition. Iceberg lettuce is about 96% water and provides less than 10% of your daily needs for any essential nutrient. At our age, every single bite needs to count. We have higher nutritional needs, but often smaller appetites, so filling up on nutritionally empty foods is counterproductive. Additionally, lettuce is one of the most pesticide-contaminated vegetables according to the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list. It's also frequently contaminated with harmful bacteria like E. coli due to its growing and processing methods. The opportunity cost is huge. Instead of that cup of iceberg lettuce providing virtually nothing, you could have a cup of arugula providing vitamin K, folate, and powerful antioxidants that support brain health and bone strength. If you're finding this information helpful so far, please hit that like button. It really helps this video reach more people who need this information. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 vegetables were you most surprised to see on the avoid list? Your feedback helps me create better content for our community. Let me give you a quick recap of what we've covered so far. We talked about nightshades potentially triggering inflammation and joint pain, raw cruciferous vegetables disrupting thyroid function, high oxalate vegetables contributing to kidney stones, corn causing blood sugar chaos, and iceberg lettuce wasting precious nutritional opportunities. But here's where it gets exciting. Now I'm going to share the 5 vegetables that can actually transform your health after 50. The 5 vegetables you must eat. Number 1. Dark leafy greens. Your anti-aging arsenal. I'm talking about arugula, collard greens, dandelion greens, watercress, and mustard greens. The deep, dark, flavorful greens that pack more nutrition per calorie than almost any other food. These greens are absolutely crucial for healthy aging. Here's why. They're loaded with vitamin K2, which doesn't just support bone health, it actually directs calcium to your bones and keeps it out of your arteries. This becomes critical after 50 when both osteoporosis and arterial calcification risks increase. Just 1 cup of cooked collard greens provides over 1,000% of your daily vitamin K needs. Compare that to the virtually 0 vitamin K in iceberg lettuce. These greens are also rich in folate, which supports brain health and may help prevent cognitive decline. A landmark study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed adults for 11 years and found that those with higher folate levels had significantly better memory, processing speed, and overall cognitive function as they aged. But here's my favorite benefit. Dark leafy greens support your body's natural detoxification processes. As we age, our liver's ability to process environmental toxins, medications, and metabolic waste products declines. The compounds in these greens help activate phase 2 liver detoxification enzymes, essentially giving your liver a boost in clearing out harmful substances. The key is variety and proper preparation. Rotate between different types to get a full spectrum of nutrients. If raw greens are hard on your digestion, try sautéing them with olive oil and garlic, or adding them to soups and stews where they become tender and delicious. Number 2. Colorful bell peppers. The eye and brain protectors, red, yellow, and orange bell peppers are true superfoods that become even more important as we age. And unlike their spicy nightshade cousins, they contain very low levels of problematic alkaloids. First, they're one of the richest sources of vitamin C available. 1 medium red bell pepper contains more vitamin C than a large orange. Vitamin C is crucial for collagen production, which keeps our skin elastic, our joints cushioned, and our blood vessels strong. Since collagen production drops by about 1% per year after age 30, getting adequate vitamin C becomes increasingly important. But what makes bell peppers truly special are their carotenoids: beta-carotene, alpha-carotene, cryptoxanthin, and zeaxanthin. These compounds give peppers their vibrant colors and provide serious protection for your eyes and brain. Research from Harvard Medical School tracked over 100,000 people for decades and found that those who ate foods rich in these carotenoids had a 40% lower risk of developing macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in people over 50. The brain benefits are equally impressive. A study published in Neurology found that people with higher levels of these carotenoids in their blood had better cognitive function and slower rates of cognitive decline as they aged. The different colors provide different benefits. Red peppers have the highest overall antioxidant content. Yellow peppers are rich in lutein for eye health, and orange peppers provide the best balance of various carotenoids. For maximum nutrition, eat them raw when possible or lightly sauté them. They're perfect for snacking, adding to salads, or including in stir-fries and roasted vegetable medleys. Number 3. Cooked cruciferous vegetables, the cancer-fighting champions. Remember how I said raw cruciferous vegetables could be problematic for your thyroid? Well, when you cook them properly, they become some of the most protective foods on the planet. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage contain powerful compounds called glucosinolates. When you chop and cook these vegetables, enzymes convert glucosinolates into sulforaphane and other compounds that have remarkable disease-fighting properties. The research on this is extensive and compelling. The Journal of the National Cancer Institute published a comprehensive review showing that people who regularly eat cooked cruciferous vegetables have significantly lower rates of colorectal, lung, prostate, and breast cancers. This protection becomes increasingly important as cancer risk naturally increases with age. These vegetables also support your liver's detoxification pathways, help reduce chronic inflammation, and may even help protect against Alzheimer's disease and other forms of cognitive decline. Here's the key to maximizing their benefits. Chop your cruciferous vegetables and let them sit for 10 to 15 minutes before cooking. This allows enzymes to convert the glucosinolates into their more beneficial forms. Then cook them lightly, steaming for 3 to 5 minutes, sautéing briefly, or roasting at moderate temperatures. Don't overcook them until they're mushy, as this destroys many of the beneficial compounds. They should still have a slight crunch and bright color when done. If you're not a fan of their sometimes bitter taste, try roasting them with olive oil and herbs, or adding them to soups and casseroles where their flavors mellow and blend beautifully. Number 4. Sweet potatoes, the perfect carbohydrate. Sweet potatoes are nutritional powerhouses that provide sustained energy without the blood sugar chaos of regular potatoes or corn. They're loaded with beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A as needed. This is crucial for immune function, skin health, and eye health. One medium sweet potato provides over 400% of your daily vitamin A needs. But here's what makes sweet potatoes special for people over 50. They have a much lower glycemic index than regular potatoes, meaning they provide steady energy without causing blood sugar spikes and crashes. This is important for maintaining stable energy levels and reducing inflammation. Sweet potatoes are also rich in potassium, which becomes increasingly important for blood pressure management as we age. Many people over 50 don't get enough potassium, and sweet potatoes are one of the best sources. They also contain powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins, especially in the purple varieties. These compounds have been shown to improve memory and cognitive function in aging adults. The fiber in sweet potatoes supports healthy digestion and feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which is crucial for immune function and overall health as we age. For maximum nutrition, eat the skin when possible and try different cooking methods, roasting, steaming, or even spiralizing them as a pasta substitute. Number 5. Garlic and onions, the heart and immune boosters. I'm grouping these together because they're both members of the allium family and provide similar powerful health benefits. Garlic and onions contain sulfur compounds, particularly allicin, that have been shown to support cardiovascular health, boost immune function, and even have anti-cancer properties. For heart health, these vegetables are incredible. Studies show that people who regularly consume garlic and onions have lower blood pressure, better cholesterol profiles, and reduced risk of heart disease, all critical considerations after 50 when cardiovascular risk naturally increases. The immune-boosting properties become especially important as our immune systems naturally weaken with age. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate garlic regularly had fewer and less severe cold and flu symptoms. There's also emerging research suggesting that the sulfur compounds in garlic and onions may help protect against cognitive decline and even reduce the risk of certain cancers. Here's how to maximize their benefits. Crush or chop garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking to activate the allicin. Include onions in your cooking regularly. They're incredibly versatile and add flavor while providing health benefits. If raw garlic is too harsh for your digestion, try roasted garlic, which is milder but still beneficial. And don't forget about other allium family members, like shallots, leeks, and chives. Your 30-day action plan. Now that you know which vegetables to limit and which ones to embrace, let me give you a practical 30-day plan to transform your vegetable choices. Week 1. Start by eliminating just one vegetable from the avoid list. If you eat a lot of raw kale smoothies, switch to cooked kale or try spinach. If you have joint pain and eat tomatoes daily, take a break from nightshades. Keep a simple daily journal noting your energy levels, pain levels, and how you feel overall. Week 2. Add one must-eat vegetable to your daily routine. Maybe that's including a handful of arugula in your sandwich, snacking on bell pepper strips with hummus, or adding cooked broccoli to your dinner. Week 3. Eliminate a second vegetable from the avoid list and add a second must-eat vegetable. Notice patterns in how you feel and any changes in your symptoms. Week 4. Complete the elimination of problematic vegetables and aim to include at least 3 of the must-eat vegetables daily. By now, you should be noticing improvements in energy, digestion, or other symptoms. Remember, focus on preparation methods. When in doubt, lightly cook your vegetables rather than eating them raw. Quality matters too. Choose organic when possible, especially for vegetables that are heavily treated with pesticides. Most importantly, listen to your body. Everyone is different, and what works for one person might not work for another. The goal is to find the eating pattern that makes you feel your absolute best. If this information has been valuable to you, I have a favor to ask. Please share this video with someone you care about who might benefit from this information. So many people over 50 are struggling with health issues that could be improved with better food choices. Make sure you're subscribed to Senior Vital Guide because I release new evidence-based health videos every week, covering everything from hormone balance and brain health to heart disease prevention and longevity strategies. I'd love to hear about your experience with these vegetables. Drop a comment and let me know. Which vegetable from the must-eat list are you most excited to add to your routine? And which one from the avoid list surprised you the most? Remember, small, consistent changes lead to big improvements in how you feel. Your health is absolutely worth the effort, and it's never too late to start making choices that support your body's changing needs. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that this information is for educational purposes and shouldn't replace professional medical advice. If you have specific health conditions or take medications, please discuss any significant dietary changes with your healthcare provider first. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week when we'll be discussing the 5 biggest nutrition mistakes people make after 50 that are secretly aging them faster. Until then, take care of yourself, and remember, you have more control over your health and how you age than you might think.